Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to OC Recovery's YouTube channel. I have three things I want to talk about today, and I've been sporadically talking about them in different videos and on different webinars, but I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about these three topics that I think are creating a massive problem for human beings, that way outside OCD recovery, but very specifically to OCD recovery, the fears that can play into it, how I broke some of those fears down, how they still try to latch at times, because of these ones were a little bit trickier for me because I always wanted to have to prove myself through work and my knowledge and everything like that. And then we're going to break those down. Before I go any further, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button per usual. If you're interested in any of the webinar services, I believe it's last week of August and the first week of September, we have the OCD Recovery Part 1, 2, 3 webinars coming up, which we do every about 4 or 5 months. They are terrific. We go through the very beginning, what to do, how to find help, how to start the process, all the way up to the meat and potatoes of the journey, all the way up to the end of the journey, morphing, expose, everything. It's a 3-part, 1, 2, and 3. It's a lot of fun. So let's jump right into it after I take a sip of my coffee, my second coffee of the day, which is kind of rare for me. I usually drink about three cups of coffee a day. I used to drink way more, but now I only drink 3. Trying to cut out pre-workout drinks, but we'll see how that goes. Good luck. So the first thing I want to talk about is work-life balance. I want to talk about why the ideologies of work-life balance from a social media perspective are probably holding you back, and why the way we live today with comfort and the way where everyone thinks we need a good work-life balance. So I have a friend of mine. She works with 40, 50 different sectors. She's a business coach, and I asked her, what is the biggest difference between 2010 and 2022? This is 12 years. We're not talking 1950 to 2000 and to now. We're talking about 12 years. And she said the unrealistic expectations by people in the workplace are killing work ethic. And I said, can you explain that to me? Which I already knew what she was more than likely going to say. I just wanted to hear what she had to say because our beliefs are very similar. When you show up to work for the first time ever, you don't deserve anything. It's very hard to hear that, because if you believe that life has to cater to your needs, that doesn't mean you can't say, hey, I'm looking for a job with benefits, maybe a little bit more time with my kids, I'm a stay-at-home mother, whatever it is. But the way that we're using work-life balance is really, really bad, because we're going through it it's through fear. It's not from, hey, I generally want to be outside more. A lot of people, yes. But many people, no. Many people, I'm afraid of the third thing we're going to talk about, which is burnout and sleep. And work-life balance doesn't look like what you think. I work in 2 different sectors. I'm quite busy. I have lots of meetings. And I still have time to hike, go to the gym, spend time with friends, and do all sorts of stuff. Read, watch Lord of the Rings. I made my wife order, and she's like, I'm not watching this stupid movie again. I said, at least it's not The Alpinist on Netflix. I watched that 50 times in a row. I'm a maniac. And work-life balance really is something that is perpetuating this fear system that life is supposed to go your way. And with the way the world is going right now, it's actually less than that than ever. When you go somewhere for the first time, this is my philosophy, and I think it works really well. The best thing to do is more than likely go above and beyond what your position demands. That way, if you want things in life, maybe the people in charge will look at you and think, wow, this person, Nick, is really going above and beyond. He might be staying a little later. He might be doing a little bit more extra work, picking up some slack for other people, and they notice you, and that may be how you work up the ranks in the firm or wherever you want to be. But I can tell you where long-term success built through hardship doesn't probably come from: obsessing over a perfect work-life balance. I've been quoting a commercial I saw on YouTube. It shows up a lot. It's really sad. And it's a guy, and he said, I don't feel valued. I don't feel heard. I don't feel like I have the perfect environment. And all that came down to was, I need to have exactly how I want it, and I don't care how long anyone else has been at this company for. That's a problem, because that's not how the life works. And the workforce is pretty brutal for a lot of industries: medical doctors, surgeons, lawyers, accountants, business owners, entrepreneurs, nurses, teachers, any job you can imagine, plumbers, underwater welders. You don't just start at the top. You start at the bottom. And in order, no matter what I believe about having to prove oneself, many other people don't view the world like we do. So unless you want to live in a tree in the middle of nowhere and read philosophy all day, which that's amazing, could be a great life, if you want to act in society, in the work environment, you're probably going to deal with people who are really irrational, really black and white, that are very driven from respect, irrational beliefs of universal respect, and you're probably going to have to cater into that a little bit, even when you start your own company. Because the people that you hire aren't just going to be like us. That's okay. Something to think about. The next thing I want to talk about is boundaries. And boundaries is very problematic in the way that we're using it. So, modern day boundaries, which ties into narcissism, and everyone's a narcissist nowadays. If someone says something you don't like, that doesn't mean they're a narcissist. Very important to cover that. The concept that everyone's using the word narcissist would mean everyone is a narcissist, but we know this isn't the case, but it will seem like that. So boundaries for myself, and when I work with people in coaching and the webinars, looks, first of all, there's no line, right? People are always like, where's the line between the boundary? There is no line. So drop the idea that we need a line. It's very black and white. I mean, it's very gray and it's not very black and white. The boundary, where to find boundaries is an ocean. It's not a post that you cross. And it looks different from situation to situation. And the problem is with boundaries, the way that we're using it is, I need to create boundaries because I don't want to feel any discomfort with people when they say things I don't like, with people I work with family members. People are cutting people off because they have a different political opinion than them. They're cutting people off because they disagree on a parenting style, maybe you and then your mother-in-law or something. That is low frustration tolerance at its best. You don't have to talk to them all the time, but if you're cutting them off immediately and you're blocking people out and you're telling people they're narcissists and you're always using words like gaslighting, when you look at the way that we talk in OCD recovery, you'll never hear us use words like narcissist, gaslight, boundaries, you must hear me, work-life balance, burnout. These are terms that are very much playing into that low frustration tolerance. The way that life works is this. If you want something in life, you have to fucking work for it. You have to fucking work for it. Okay? Ups and downs, hardships. I knew it. I was like, there's something I forgot. I'm going to put it in with the boundaries because we're here. Motivation. Motivation is nonsense. It's nonsense. Real change comes from habits, working through hardships, consistency and persistence, no matter how you feel. You think I get up every single day when I go to the gym or when I go hiking and I'm motivated? I'm not. But I go because I love it. But some days I wake up and I think, oh my gosh, this bed is so nice. It's like a cloud, right? So especially if I was up all night or Daisy jumped on me and woke me up to piss 3 times. But I get up and go because it's not about how I feel. It's about what I want to do and my goals and my passions and whether I reach them or not. It's not relevant. It's just about working towards those in a day-by-day thing. So drop motivation. You are going to feel not motivated at all in the beginning of OCD recovery. You're never going to feel motivated because you're chronically suffering so much. And that goes directly into our third one, which is burnout and sleep. Now, I want to make this clear because I think a lot of people they think that we think that sleep isn't important. That's not what we think. We just think it's not as important as people think. Without the internet, without the research, we wouldn't really care. Most things. That doesn't mean the advancements in sleep research can't be beneficial. I use some sleep hygiene. Colder rooms are great. Not drinking caffeine too close to bed. Some other things, not having your dogs jump on your head in the middle of the bed. Thank you, Daisy, again. She's probably out there sleeping in my bed right now. But if you slept 5 hours a day for the rest of your life, you would be tired, but tired is just a sensation. And being tired just plays directly into that low frustration tolerance that people don't want to feel. I don't want to feel tired. I want to feel great all the time, but that's not how life works. That's not how OCD recovery works. You're going to have to build your lifestyle structures, get back to work, maybe go out and hang out with friends again, socialize, walk your dogs. You're going to have to do all these things that you've been avoiding for a shit long time because you've been feeling uncomfortable. And you're not going to get it all right off the bat. It's going to take a while to get it all right, but you're going to move by that day by day, and move there. Again, more people spend their entire life worrying about perfecting sleep, perfecting work-life balance, that they forget to live. Then you just die. And that's it. We're all going to die one day, so you might as well go for your dreams, go for your goals. If you don't reach them, it's not the end of the world. Break it down with acceptance. So thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, work-life balance, boundaries, burnout, sleep, big hot topics. People like talking about them, probably problematic in the way we look at them. And if you have any questions, comment down below. Again, about the webinars coming up, please email phil@ocdrecovery.com. We hope to see you there. Any topics that you want to see on this type of stuff, how to apply, how to use things, just let me know, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, and as always, have a great day.